Just ahead of elections in Chhattisgarh, now the Enforcement Directorate has said that it has recorded a statement of a cash courier who alleged that the promoters of the Mahadev Betting App have paid 508 crore rupees to Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel. Till now, the courier Asim has been arrested by the agency after it recovered these, in fact, 5.39 crore rupees from him in the poll-bound state. He has admitted that he was carrying this amount to deliver the same to the ruling political executives of Chhattisgarh. He has named Bhupesh Baghel, the Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, as the intended final recipient for the cash seized from his control. Baghel has rubbished the statement and calls it a joke. He says, and let me quote, "It is very easy to tarnish anyone's reputation." Let's also listen in to what the Chhattisgarh Chief Minister has to say.
इससे बड़ा मजाक और क्या हो सकता है कि आप किसी सूबे के मुख्यमंत्री पे किसी आदमी से मार पीट के या दबाव डाल के बुलवा दो। मैं किसी को पकड़ लूँ और बोल दूंगा यदि प्रधानमंत्री का नाम लेने के लिए, तो क्या प्रधानमंत्री पूछताछ करेंगे? मतलब किसी की इज्जत उछालना बहुत आसान है।
Now remember, these allegations come just days before the first phase of the assembly elections take place in Chhattisgarh. Remember, Chhattisgarh goes into election on 7th of November and 17th of November at the same time. We are also learning that these are Mahadev app promoters which were trying to fund the Congress in Chhattisgarh. This is what the allegations are stating by Asim, who is one of the cash couriers and who is also reported to have arranged the fund all the way from UAE to reach Chhattisgarh. Now, allegations are also stating that the final recipient of this fund was meant to be the Chhattisgarh CM. For more details, let's quickly go across to Arunima, who's joining me on the phone line. Arunima, shedding light on the allegations that have now surfaced from the questioning, take us through the details. Also, could this be a game-changing situation for the Congress party just days before the state goes to polls?
Bhupesh Baghel is brazening it out. He's put out a tweet and he's also given sound bites to the media, calling this a big joke, saying that the BJP is desperate and on behalf of BJP, ED, CBI and income tax are fighting the elections. So he's, just brushing it aside, and he's saying that, if you take somebody into custody, beat up that person or put him under pressure, and then get him to say that the money was meant for the CM of a state, is that believable? If I use the same analogy for the Prime Minister, would it be believable? That's what Bhupesh Baghel said. ED on its part in the press statement and in the remand note in the Raipur court has said that these allegations have been made by the cash courier. The cash courier had come from UAE and there was intelligence about him. He was waiting at a hotel. From him in person, 5 crore was recovered, and from another hideout, quote-unquote hideout, more cash was recovered, and there are 10 Benami accounts which are being looked at, and he has confessed that this money was ultimately meant for Congress party and meant for the Chief Minister, but we have to investigate it further. So that last line from the ED is what Bhupesh Baghel is catching on to, saying that if you have not investigated it further, then just because somebody who you are suspecting to be a cash courier, just because he makes an allegation, are you going to demean the Chief Minister? That's what Baghel is saying.
Absolutely. When we talk about the allegations that have now surfaced, also take us through what has been the incriminating evidence so far. Reports are also indicating that there's a phone which is also being recovered and a laptop as well.
Yes, so from the cash courier, there has been forensic examination of his phone. And there is an email that has been sent by somebody who's being called one of the top management people in Mahadev app. There's also a police constable who has been arrested. He has been accused of traveling to Dubai with unauthorized leave, which means he was not given permission by the police department, but he was going to Dubai time and again. The charge against this police constable is that he was the conduit between people in Chhattisgarh and the Mahadev app promoters, Ravi Uppal and Saurabh Chandakar. On their behalf, he was getting the bribe money into Chhattisgarh, and because elections are happening, money was required in crores by the Congress party, and that is why this human courier was bringing in the money. These are all the charges that have been made by the ED, but they have also said they have taken the custody of the cash courier and the constable as well. 3 people have been arrested. Their questioning is going on. We'll have to wait and see what
Right.
more evidence they can come up
But
with.
Arunima, according to ED, Mahadev online booking app also, is an online platform for illegal betting. With an involvement of such an app, could this now heavily backfire for the Congress party, a name such as the Mahadev app now being associated with the Congress party days before it goes into election, the state?
BJP would hope that it backfires, but the Congress appears very confident. And when I traveled to Bhilai, that is the city from where the Mahadev app, it was operated upon. That's where the city was born. That's where the promoters are from. So when I went around that city and spoke to people, they were shocked that somebody from their city has made it so big in an illegal way. But it didn't look like an election issue to me when I was speaking to locals there. They were like, this is a purely corruption case, and police will do its job. But is this a issue on which our votes will be decided? Most people answered in the negative. So we'll have to wait and see ultimately if the tag of a corrupt chief minister or a corrupt Congress party sticks to it so firmly that it changes its election fortune. At this stage, it is definitely something that the BJP would want to rub it in.
Right.
The Prime Minister and the Home Minister taking the lead in it.
Many thanks to you, Arunima, for bringing in all those breaking inputs for us. And